It's actually a section you're all waiting for, our interactive session, and today we are tackling a controversial issue that has got everyone talking: the removal of traditional rulers by governors in Nigeria. Now, this has become a growing concern, with many questioning the motives and the legality of this action. So now today, join us as we delve into the implications of this trend and explore the impact of it on our cultural heritage and traditional institutions. So we want to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your experiences, and your opinions. Do you think governors have the right to remove traditional rulers at their will? What impact does this have on our traditional institution? We see traditional rulers have a certain relationship and impact with the grassroots people. They are like the guardian of our tradition and our culture. Now, seeing governors come in and uprooting them and removing them for whatsoever reason it is they have, or they feel they know best. Now, do you think this should traditional institutions be immune to political interference? Now, all these questions are things we'd love to get your responses to. Do you think governors have the right to remove traditional rulers at will? Should traditional institutions be immune to political interference? Now, we'd love to know more on that. Call us on the number on the screen or send us a message via WhatsApp. Let's get the conversation started.
Indeed. I cannot wait to hear, Nigerians talk about this. Every region have their own traditional rulers and all of that. All right, I think we have a first caller already. Good morning. Good morning. Are you with us? All right, I think we lost that call. Please go ahead, call us. There are two numbers displayed on your TV screen, so you can call anyone to share your take on this matter. Based on, let's use a typical scenario of what is happening in Kano State. There's been a tussle, and this has been replicated because this happened before, way in, I think, in the 80s, where the grandfather of Sunusi Lamido, that's the 15th emir, or 14th emir, I'm not sure at this point, but then he was also dethroned by a governor at that time, and it happened again. It's come in full circle, and after just a year plus, another governor came in. Of course, the other governor has already finished his tenure, so came in and then restored everything, and that was the first one. That was the Abubakar was the one that created the 5 emirates, and Ganduje decided to do that same thing. But then in the previous one, the great-grandfather of Sunusi was asked to come back, and he refused. He said there was nothing they could do to get him back because he already felt humiliated and he's not taking it back. But this is the modern age, and Sanusi Lamido II has shown 1,000 times that there is nothing in the world he loves more than, that seat. So he decided to take his back, but then it's causing controversy. It's breaking a lot of people's heart. Let's take this call. Good morning. Good morning. Are you with us? I hope the network is not affecting us, because we truly want to hear from you on this matter. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Can you hear us?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Please, can you speak louder and stay away from your TV set? What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Mohammed. I'm calling from Azare in Bauchi State.
Oh, it's good to have you, Mohammed. So go ahead with your take about the removal of traditional rulers by governors.
Yes, first and foremost. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, first and foremost, traditional institutions are reflective of traditional backgrounds of societies, meaning traditional rulers symbolizes how societies grow. Now, if traditional rulers will be removed anyhow, then it means our traditional institutions are at risk. What do I mean by that? It means our traditional values and systems are likely to be eroded every now and then. So my take on this issue is the Constitution of Nigeria must come out with clear terms and guidelines on how to protect our traditional institutions. Because if it will be left at the mercy of politicians, meaning politician A will come and remove traditional ruler A, another politician will come and remove traditional ruler B, then the whole traditional institutions will be in ruin. And if they are left to be in ruin, it means we will not have values, we will not have institutions, and will not have respect for our forefathers and our societies. It has been politicized, let me put it this way. traditional institutions have been politicized in Nigeria. So the earlier we address this issue and recognize their values and their importance, the better. Let's take, for instance, look at our retired this and that. Look at our businessman A and B. When they reach the highest peak of whatever they want to reach in society, they go back to traditional rulers to get relevance. I mean, they will go back to them and say, turban me as this, give me this title, give me this and that, which means they recognize the importance of the traditional relationship. Now, if they recognize it, why should now come and be playing with the traditional institutions? Why shouldn't give them the respect they deserve? Why should we allow our values and our institutions and our origins to be played by politicians? That is just my take. So the Constitution is the one to address this issue. The Constitution must come out clearly and say this traditional relationship has to be safeguarded and nobody should come and tamper with it. That is my take. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohammed. I mean, gave a lot of scenarios that I remember while we were growing up. Politicians, if they want to capture the interest and votes of the people, you go and you bow. And when a politician win, even if you're the president, you walk into the traditional rulers' palace, you have to bow. And it's not because they are above the government, but they hold so much power because they are the people's ear, like they have the people with them.
Prior to colonization and we had traditional rulers. So they were the major units of government. We had traditional rulers because they are directly with the people. You have this is a culture, the tradition of the people. They are directly with the people. They were ruling the people. They were governing the people. Go to the south. Different states have their traditional rulers whom they hold in high esteem. And it's not just a position. It's something that runs through generations. So why would the governments come and just uproot? That's what we want to get from you, our listeners today. Now we have another caller on the line. Hello, thank you for joining us. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is David.
Hello, sir.
David, we can hear you.
We can hear you, but can you speak up a bit louder? Come closer to your phone and turn down the volume of your TV set.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. I don't know if it's from our directors, if you can fix it.
Okay,
but we can't really hear him that clearly. All right, go ahead.
My name is
David, are you still with us?
My name is David Adawa from Delta State.
Okay, from Delta State. All right, go ahead with your take.
I did not support the removal of traditional rulers in Nigeria.
Okay.
This is because it's not all problems that politicians can solve.
David, can you just continue? Like, we really want to hear you.
Rulers settle internal problems among the community.
Yeah.
And so, there's no how they can be eradicated.
Indeed. I mean, at the end of the day, they say they...
But if they are eradicated, those internal problems that we used to have, who are to solve them?
Yeah. I mean, it's really amazing how you pointed out the importance of traditional rulers. Thank you so much, David, for that call. Please, when next you're calling, stay away from your TV. Just talk to us through your phone, because if you want to hear yourself, it tends to bring a bit of delay, and we don't really, the conversation don't come, as clear and concise as it should. And if you want to hear yourself, listen to our conversation later, you can follow us at Trust TV News on all our social media platforms, including YouTube, and you can get a clip of that. But yes, traditional rulers are, the one closest. They are the one in the grassroots. They're the one that talk to the people, know what is going on. Funny enough, even with the insecurity happening, it is said that a traditional ruler has ears everywhere and can really pinpoint who are the bad eggs in his community. That's how close they are to the people, and that's how they have people around them willingly coming forward with information. So, there should be, even during colonization, I believe there were still traditional rulers, and the Westerners, the British, that colonized Nigeria, still at least gave them
traditional rulers. Yes,
gave them. They use the traditional rulers as a regioning, kind of power, at least to some extent. Good morning. Good morning. We can hear you. Are you with us? Okay, I think we need to let that caller go. Sometimes you call and you don't know if your call is picked, so please put the phone, on your ear, and that way you can have the opportunity, because there seems to be traffic when people are calling. So when you get lucky, take advantage of it. Let's say your take on this. Traditional rulers, at this point, while we're fighting for autonomy of the local government as well, let's not forget the power of traditional rulers. So what should be done to stop all of this? And the first caller made mention of constitution, and that was the question I had, Lilian. Right from the inception, even during colonization and afterwards, traditional rulers were there. Why were the power not created in constitution in the first place? There seems to be a lot of loophole in our constitution.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, good morning, ladies in the studio.
Good morning. Your name and
my name is Femi. I am calling from Lagos.
Femi.
All right, Femi.
It's good to have you from Lagos.
You people are blessed this morning.
Thank you. So, tell us about traditional rulers and governor saga going on in the country.
You see, the name traditional rulers, traditional rulers. These people are the custodians of the people's tradition and the customs. These people, they are closer to the people they are meant to lead. You see, it is unfortunate that everything is going too wrong in Nigeria. Let me ask you, the governors, I am using plural now, the governors, are they the custodians of the people's customs and the tradition? No. These people are being created by the customs and the traditions of that particular entity they are to rule or to lead. It is unfortunate that the governors are coming to discredit, I use the word, to discredit the traditional institution of the people. There were traditional rulers in the holy books, but in Nigeria, if a traditional ruler is not in the same political party with the governor or with even the local government chairman, what we hear is that that traditional ruler has been disposed.
It breaks our heart, Femi.
Or a faithful
how did we even get here? Using politics in traditional rulers ruling.
Are you asking me a question?
Yes. It was a question.
Yes.
You pointed out about...
we got to this level, this point of no return, is that in Nigeria, there are times elections are already conducted. We are not, the people assume that we have voted into office. They are not the people INEC will come and announce. So when a governor didn't win election and he wangled his way to become the governor, he's a corrupt governor, whether in the east, whether in the west, whether in the north, even in the Senate, everywhere. The problem is that Nigeria has a very big problem. Corruption and greed has eaten into every fabric of Nigeria. When you become
Femi,
the president,
now as a Nigerian, because we are the people that can hold these people accountable. I don't know if you can hear me, Femi. We are the people that can hold this accountable. So as a Nigerian, what do you think is best measures to tackle this situation going on?
Men, we are using these traditional rulers in the east and the north and the west, everywhere. The traditional rulers, they have a very vital role to play. They are the people closer to the people. But in a situation where a traditional ruler is encouraging insecurity, is sponsoring kidnappers, or living a double life, such a traditional ruler should be removed. It's not even from the governor. We have local government traditional council where these people should be dealt with. That is my contribution.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Femi.
Thank you
From
so
what
much,
I got from what Femi has said is we have the governors, we have the local government chairman, we have the traditional rulers. The governors it's just like with the presidency, the governors should be, getting information from the local government chairman. Local government should get information from traditional rulers because, there's fights in the community, two people did that, they go straight to whoever the traditional ruler is in that community and report the case to. So politics should have nothing to do with who the traditional rulers are. Now, each of us have our different communities and we have rulers we answer to, and we see the importance of these people in the country. So politics should have nothing to do with that hierarchy. It should end between the local government chairman and the governor. Considering
these people just basically spent 8 years in office, you cannot come and remove someone. So first of all, there's a process. Yes. Nowadays, this is why people are fighting for, autonomy for local government, because the governors seem to have so much power that you can incite the state assembly to remove a deputy that you do not, sit well with some allegations. But then the traditional rulers also have their own, sort of like state assembly, which are the kingmakers. Yes. So these people vote people in. You cannot just, approve that. And that is him. And that is the situation that is happening in Kano, when it comes to back and forth of the court issues, where the former governor Ganduje. All right, we have a call. Let's speak. I just hate it when I have a point and then a call comes in. Go ahead. Good morning.
Hello,
good morning. Are you with us?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I am Honorable Bala Mwazu, calling from Jos, Plateau State.
Okay, Honorable Bala, it's good to have you. So, Honorable, you are in the political scene, and then we're talking about the traditional. So, I would like to really hear your take on this. Are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Story has two sides.
We really cannot hear you that well.
Sometimes our rulers play in.
Not audible enough. Honorable, can you speak a bit louder?
Yes. What I'm saying is, sometimes, as rightly said by the immediate caller, the contribution of the traditional rulers in our politics, sometimes they want to give an advisory role when there is a conflict between maybe government and the people, or people and the government. You see, ideally is that they are the one to arbitrate if there is a conflict. They have the every right to call whoever in the position of power, call him to order, advise him and counsel him. That if somebody is maybe vying for a position, political position, they are the one. You see, everybody is supposed to seek for their blessings, not support, because they are for all, not for a particular candidate. But if they make a choice out of two, they choose, I prefer Mr. A than Mr. B, or I prefer Mr. B than Mr. A. That is where the problem comes. They are supposed to be on a neutral ground, not to take a side when it comes to politics or voting. But they are the ones that are causing this type of problem that we are seeing on ground.
Who is causing the problem? The traditional rulers or the politicians?
The traditional rulers. They are what I'm saying is that the traditional rulers are our fathers. They are our stakeholders. And they shouldn't be unbiased. They should be neutral. So everybody that comes to them, they should act.
Yeah. Okay, I get where you're coming from. But should that give a right to the governors to remove a traditional ruler? Is it even legal? I mean, that's the question. Is it legal? And let's not forget, first caller made mention of something. He said traditional rulers are the custodian of tradition. Yes. Because the governors do not follow tradition. The governors are only about, the well-being, the growth of the state in general. So traditional rulers are the ones that hold on to those little cultures, festivals, and all of that, and make sure people, culture is being retained. So right now, if they're being removed and people start losing faith in in the
but I think the second caller from Lagos said something else. He said in cases where they are involved, we saw the story last week in Zamfara where the police commissioner came out to talk about some political figures being involved in banditry and drugs peddling. So in cases where the traditional ruler is being found guilty or culpable in such things, yes, there should be a process, but definitely such person shouldn't be allowed to remain at the grassroots ruling people, because definitely he's using the people to his advantage and making of that.
Terrorism.
Yes, that's terrorism in its own. So we have, there should be rare cases as such, but there should be due process, not just waking up and altering a traditional institution just like that, just like what we saw played out in Kano. This governor did his own, another governor did his own. Okay.
She actually said another caller did it. So.
We have a caller now. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Honorable Iboko. I'm calling from Abubakar, Ebonyi State.
All right, Honorable Sir, thank you for joining us. We're talking about traditional rulers and having political interference. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I have been following you since you started this program this morning. I want to say that it's the system failure that has affected everything about Nigeria. If the leadership is not right, the followership will never get it right. So whatever is affecting Nigeria is also affecting the traditional institution. We have learned to manipulate everything. Politicians will go to traditional rulers' endorsement. Traditional ruler will endorse you, go and contest the election. Any day the opposition comes to the traditional ruler because you have won, you say the man should go. You put another person. So it is system failure that is affecting everything about Nigeria. From hunger, insecurity, everything that is happening because the system has failed. There's no leadership at all. If we have a good leader leading Nigeria, everything will fall into place. So the traditional institution is not insulated from what is happening in Nigeria. So they also will feel the heat until we get it right. Things will continue to be the way it is now. So we have just ask God and pray that God will give us a leader who will lead Nigeria to the promised land.
Yeah, but before then, Honorable,
everybody is suffering it.
What should we do? Nigerians are known for praying, so definitely God is hearing us. But before then, what should we do? As human beings, as Nigerians, because when we demand change, then we have to be active, in that change.
What we will do is to be upright, let Nigerians play politics of principles, not politics of the stomach. It is politics of the stomach that have corrupted the whole system. People no longer tell the truth because of what they want to eat. That is why we are where we are. It's corruption from head to toe. Until it is addressed, we will never get it right.
Indeed, it's really disheartening. Thank you so much for calling us, Honorable, with your take on this matter. Now, points from what he said and other people. Traditional rulers initially, Lilian, started from, removing themselves from politics. People come to them and everybody is their own because that's what they were called, the fathers of people. And it started getting a bit muddy when they started showing some kind of preference. There was a particular, I don't know if it was 2007, but there was a particular election period that aspiring presidential candidates would go to a particular state or of traditional leaders, and literally when they are aware that this person is coming, they leave their homes because they don't want to they want to show like some kind of solidarity to the governor or to the current president or something like that. We had that issue back and forth. It was wild in Nigeria, and I think that those sort of things started diminishing that high esteem, high pedestal that people had them on, even the politician had them on, because sometimes, let's be honest, some things don't just sprung up like that. Yes, there were some things that led to that, to some kind of disrepute, kind of see finish kind of thing, and that was, I think, what really led to all of this situation. Let's pick this call. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name and location.
My name is Anas Nuhu. I'm calling you from Kano.
Oh, good to have you from Kano. So, Kano is in the heat of all of this, currently. The main reason why we're talking about this. What is your take?
So, I won't say enough because I have first-hand experience because I'm living in Kano. So, the current situation that happened in Kano, it was history that is big.
Please, can we have the volume increased a bit? We barely can strive whatever he's saying. We can't grab it. So,
hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. During Abubakar administration, it happened that Abubakar separated the power from one area to 5 emirates. If I may mention it, like Gaya, Duse, Karai, and Rano, and Kano. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So she, Abubakar didn't depose the emir. He just handed it aside. They have to remove it as what Ganduje did. The Ganduje, I want to say that the issue of political or normally involved in politics. Do you understand? So when Abubakar King's rule come into power, he just make the king to be emir to be one instead of 5 emirates.
Can you be a bit loud? I'm trying to grasp what you're saying.
Okay. So, and also, this current situation that happened, I'm very happy with it. Normally, they involve in politics.
Oh, you're happy with it? You think the traditional rulers deserve what is happening?
Yes, because it was nemesis
for who?
That followed them. Because they suffer our grandfathers. They collect jungly and what I may call it haraji. They even they must cut our grandfathers. That's why it happened to them now. It is bringing back to them what they did to our grandfathers.
All right.
But we don't want that kind of nemesis now. We don't want the whole back and forth. Great grandfathers suffered for it, so the next generation should suffer for it. We're all about moving forward. What the forefathers did was perhaps not acceptable. So we should not continue with something that is not acceptable. Just say, yeah, we're getting back. I'm getting back at you, Lilian, for what you did. What your great grandfather did to me. My great grandfather. It's not what we hope. And honestly, this is not acceptable. This is causing a lot of chaos. It's heartbreaking to the 5 emirates that were created, and now they had to be taken back. Let's be honest. Someone that has been handed power, all of a sudden you're stripping that power off him. It's really crazy, and you expect that person to be okay. That is the back and forth that is happening. And hoping on the suggestion that the first caller made mention that there should be a constitution at least to protect everybody's rights. Everybody,
even if there is to be a removal, there
should be based on security compromise. Based on putting your people in harm's way or some kind of situation and that. Well, this is the much that we can take on of course this segment. Appreciate everyone that called in. Those of you that tried, do not worry, tomorrow we'll open the phone line again on another topical issue.